give out Vincent Smothers' address. It is linked up in the show description on the Black Talk Radio Network. There's a blog post that has his address, but let me give it out right quick. It's Vincent Smothers, comma, number sign, 295-527 Iona Correctional Facility, 1576 West Blue Water Highway, Iona, Michigan, 48846. Okay, again, let me spell Iona for you. That is Ionia, and that's Iona Correctional Facility, and that is in Iona, Michigan. We're going to take a short break before we wrap up the program. You're listening to Black Talk Radio News and Views with Scotty Reed. We'll be right back. And we are back, and we thank you for joining us tonight and sticking with us through these technical difficulties. This will probably end up being two separate podcasts, the first part of the interview and then the second part of the interview. What I'm going to do is splice the two together and then make another podcast. But, you know, tonight we are speaking to Mrs. Sanford. She is the mother of Davontae Sanford. And before the break, we were just talking about Vincent Smothers, and I'm going to give out his address again. And be positive. You know, as she stated, Smothers didn't even have to tell the police what he told them. He could have kept his mouth shut. But since he did open up his mouth and tried to clear Davontae's name, that tells me this man has a conscience, okay? That he has some humanity despite the things he's done in the past, despite the things that he's in prison for. Apparently, he still has a heart. He still has a conscience, because many people would not have said anything whatsoever. I do understand his fears of people coming at him if he, you know, goes and testifies in court that Davontae didn't have anything to do with it. And so just keep all those things in mind when you write him. You know, don't denigrate him. Don't, you know, call him out his name or say he's a wuss or anything like that for not testifying. You know, put yourself in his shoes as Davontae's mother has done, and just be positive and tell him, you know, his testimony is needed. It can help bring this to an end if he will only just testify in person in court to the things, you know, that he knows that he has done. So let me give out that address again. Vincent Smothers. Let me spell his last name so you don't misspell it. It is Vincent Smothers, Smothers. His prisoner number, you write his name, Vincent Smothers, then his prisoner number, which is pound, the number sign, 295527. That's Iona, Ionia Correctional Facility, 1576 West Blue Water Highway, Iona, Michigan, 48846. I want to thank you again, Miss Sanford, for taking the time out to come and speak to us about Davontae's case. I know it can be difficult reliving this nightmare over and over and talking about it, but you appear to be a very strong woman, and I just want to commend you, you know, for being a strong woman and being there for your son. Is there anything else that we may not have covered that you think is important to be brought up, or is there anything you like to add to the things I've said?
No, actually, I think you did a wonderful job. I just want to, ask the supporters to keep Davontae in prayers, because he is going through a whole lot in prison right now, and just pray for his strength right now, you know. And I thank all the supporters for everything they have did. I also want to just say thank you for taking time out your schedule to let me come on here and share my son's case, and, you know, write Davontae letters. I ask people to write Davontae letters of encouragement, send him cards to keep him uplifted, you know, because Davontae, you can imagine what he's going through. He's in there for something that he didn't do. You know, he done lost his grandmother while he was in there. There's so much that's been going on in the family that we've been dealing with, when I feel that Davontae should be home and not dealing with it in there. So it's a lot of things that we can't really discuss with Davontae because Davontae can barely keep himself together, than telling him what's going on with us. So, I just want to thank everybody, and a special thanks to Elise because Elise has been a blessing to us, and I just thank God for the wonderful people and the blessings, like you, Mr. Scotty, that he's sending to us, and hopefully my son's story won't be just always up under the rug. Hopefully people will hear this and they will help me fight for my son. Hopefully I don't just have to continue to fight alone like I've been doing for 3 years.
Would you be willing to do other interviews on other internet programs?
Whatever it takes, yes, sir. For my son, I do them, and while I was just doing this interview with you, my eyes got watery, but it's just that I have to remain strong because if I get weak, Davontae gets weak, and my other kids get weak. So I don't have time that I can just shut myself down and just have time for myself. So, yes, I will be able to do it. But, I have to, and also I have to give all the honor, the glory, and the praise to my Heavenly Father because His mercy and His grace, He's been carrying me through it.
Well said, and our prayers will be with you, and we're going to stay on top of this case. You are not alone, and we're going to keep Davontae's name out there. We're going to keep talking about his case and doing whatever we can to help him. And for those who would like to know more about his case, again, Alicia has posted a lot of information on blacktalkradionetwork.com in the blog section. There is also a Facebook group. I don't know the exact address, but I know if you go to Facebook and type Davontae Sanford's name in the Facebook search box, that will lead you to that group. And anyone who would like to do more, whether you're an internet radio host, whether you're a blogger, if you want to do an interview, if you want to write about his case, please do so. Please do so. We got to keep this young man's story out there. And with that, we're going to bring an end to the program. And I want to thank you again, Miss Sanford, for coming on, taking this time. And please be strong and know that we are with you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Reed.
You have a blessed night.
You have one too. Thank you.
Well, that is the end of tonight's broadcast. As I stated, we are going to do what we can to keep our listeners and our readers and members of the Black Talk Radio Network up to date on Davontae Sanford's case. Again, I'm making a personal plea. This is just ridiculous how judges, oh my goodness, how judges can just ignore the obvious innocence of a young man and, just do it. Ought to be criminal. It ought to be criminal. To me, a person like that does not need to even sit on a bench because they don't have the capability or the ethics to judge anyone. And when you have a police officer, an eyewitness, come and testify on Davontae's behalf to say that this young man did not commit this crime, or in the cop's case that somebody else confessed to the crime, and that this what kind of black-hearted judge is this? It is just ridiculous. But you know what? Everyone just keep strong, keep up the faith, and keep this family in your prayers. I'm going to close out the program with a group called The Regiment out of Detroit called They Don't Know. Everybody have a blessed night.
January through December, thinking there'd never be an end to the pain and the stress, the struggle in these rainy days. Never really thought that I could enter the game with these wannabe thugs and killers. So many times thought that I would give up, but Pops came and said, dog, keep your chin up. See, he was a rook, I was more like a bishop. He held the four corners, I just played my position. Trying to cut angles to get by opposition. Getting out the hood, yeah baby, that's the mission. But it ain't easy, I let the streets be my witness. Imagine me spitting something other than realness. But that's just the way 313 built us. Praise be to G.O.D, cause he sealed us, yeah.
I know everything looks hopeless, we just gotta stay focused. They don't know like I know. Oh yeah, baby, we can do this. Oh, we gotta get through this. They just don't know like I know.
I was so frustrated, contemplating about my way to the top. Past the borderline of average and hot. Think about the woods and the knots, the wrong pass down the block of getting shot. Trying to find peace when everybody pour their piece to pop for their ice. At that time clock of life, I pray for a little light to shine on and fight. Using third eye eagle sight when I write. For them lost ones, abandoned sons, for they need guns to hide love and run till they high. To keep their buzz, that's how they cry. At times like this, I look to the sky and that's why. It's like this, the pressure got me born to my fist. I start to reminisce about the good days, where we used to live by them old school ways. And we used to fight for a better day, and used to respect what them elders say.
I know everything looks hopeless, we just gotta stay focused. They don't know like I know. Oh yeah, baby, we can do this. Oh, we gotta get through this. They just don't know like I know.
For real, man, they don't really know about this hustle and this spark that I put into this flow. Patiently waiting for my time to blow. Jumping on this road, rocking show after show on my grind. Getting played to the side by these snakes and lies, while these critics criticize on the low. I'm trying to get a piece of success, determined and go, 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 go. No, they don't know, so I give them a reason. Feel like a tree in winter cause I'm so out of season. Around these cats only rap about squeezing. Being real come second nature to me, like scrapping and breathing, yeah. So me and the whole industry beef until the game get back to that hip-hop freedom. I stay beating on my heart, steady stay screaming. Let's get back to better